Gym goers of Reddit, what is something? Protocol, etiquette, tips, etc. that New Year resolutioners should know about the gym? Best advice I received for the insecure. Do you have a hobby? Do you get excited when you see someone is interested in that hobby? Do you like to talk about your hobby and share information about it with people who know less than you? Or even a small amount of pride seeing someone new to your hobby? So you see that really swell dude that intimidates you so much? This is his hobby. He's probably super stoked about it. Exactly. I am a musician and love when I see a new person playing an instrument. Yeah, that clarinet sounds like a dying cat right now. But we all start somewhere. Same as the gym. Girl, I would love if you asked me how to figure out the buttons on the stair climber machine. No need to feel embarrassed for not knowing, because a couple years ago I was in the same spot, and so was the girl that helped me out when I had to ask back then. Plus the stair stepper in my gym has the same amount of random buttons as a spaceship it seems. Don't start big just because your friends or everyone else is lifting big. Start small. It'll be easier to maintain the routine and there's a much smaller chance you'll injure yourself. Good form and moderate weight greater than bad form and heavy weight. Even good form and light weight is better than anything that gives you a bad form. Bad form is exactly how injuries happen. I guess that's why it's called bad. And you will be much less sore the next day or two. Start with ridiculously low weights and focus on form. It should feel way too easy. After a few times you'll have a much better idea of what is a good weight to be using. Honestly, when I first lifted, I just used the bar and nothing else to get the form right. It was ridiculously easy, but it helped get me back into working out and made sure I made much fewer form mistakes. The really huge intimidating looking guy squatting half the plates in the gym is probably pretty friendly and the most likely guy to help you out and offer you good advice. Yeah. That guy's hobby is exactly the thing you need to know about. People generally like to talk about their hobbies. Both comments are great advice. A lot of us have spent years making mistakes and learning from them. We've had all sorts of injuries, tweaks, different diet plans, different routines, etc. I know for myself, and many others as well, we would be more than happy to share what we know. There is a lot of bullshit and bad advice out there, so I try to do my part to combat that. Ripped dudes cannot wait to tell you about all their stupid mistakes. In my experience, they have failed so often that they have no ego left. THIS. When I was squatting 600 lbs plus in single ply, I would happily help the newcomers to the gym, because hey, I know why my hip abductors hurt when I go to bed that night. I can tell you how to fix your form, what to do to get stronger, etc. You want input? Find the biggest dude in the gym and say hi. The people lifting insane numbers are usually the ones that will gladly spot you as well. Sometimes without even asking. Don't be freaked out if some ripped guy comes over and makes sure you can lift your new safely. Don't hog the weights. The most annoying thing someone can do is hog all the freaking weights and dumbbells and refuse to let others use them. Me and a friend were about to use a pull down machine. Some guy stopped us and wanted the attachment. Whatever, we let him take it, and we found a similar attachment. This freaking arsehole sat at his machine for 20-30 minutes doing freaking nothing on his phone. We were long done our sets before he even used the attachment. I was brand new to a gym once. I was there with a friend who was helping me out. As we were making our rounds to different equipment, we got to a cable machine and some guy comes running up to us and asks us what we are doing. We tell him we're about to use the machine, one that nobody was at for the past 10 minutes. He proceeds to tell us that he is doing circuit training and that he had the machine saved. He then points to a cleaning cloth and says that's how you can tell it's saved. He then points to a bunch on cloths at different machines saying that they are all saved for the next 2 hours. This was at Planet Fitness. I saw an older woman using a leg machine and a young woman on a different machine said, "Oh, you can't use that one. My stuff is there. I'm saving it." The older woman said, "But you're using a different machine now." Asshole younger woman just kept saying that she was using both and tried to get the older woman to leave. Thankfully, the older woman just ignored her and kept going. It's amazing how selfish and stupid we can be. I've been through this before. I was using that machine. No you weren't, because if you were I wouldn't be sitting here using it. But Planet Fitness has an area with a dedicated circuit. You don't need to customize your own. I'd tell him to frick off, or have an employee do it for me. Nobody cares what you look like at the gym. You shouldn't be discouraged by feelings that people are going to judge you for being too fat, thin at the gym. The entire purpose of the place is to build a healthier body. If anything, I always looked up to the really out of shape people who would come in and work out hard. It's incredibly motivating to see. Besides that, even if someone does judge you for being fat or skinny at the gym, their opinion probably isn't worth much if that's how they think. Adding to this no judgment point, if you see someone dressed up in cute or fashionable gym clothes, don't be a negative Nelly. Sometimes people wear those types of gym clothes because they feel confident or comfortable, or maybe it gives them something to look forward to when they're dreading a workout. I've only ever heard newcomers make remarks, because I like wearing old concert tees tied up or crop tops when working out. Does my shirt concern them? No. Does it make them feel better about themselves to talk shit? I don't know how. But as long as it's not offensive or dangerous clothing, like high heels on a treadmill, just let people be and keep comments to yourself. Just get your headphones on and zone out to your music of choice. And for the love of God, always wipe your machines down and re-rack your weights. I mean, sometimes I wear my Ninja Sex Party concert shirt, so I feel like stairs are part of the routine if anyone appears in my empty haunt. If you enjoy wearing a full face of makeup to the gym, do it. Everyone else, mind your own business. Actually read how to use the equipment. There are some long-time gym goers that need to do this, too. There's diagrams on the equipment. You don't even need to be literate to use them correctly. I honestly wish that the gym staff would stop people when they are using equipment incorrectly that show them how to use it correctly. They likely will if you ask them, and give you some advice, but they never volunteer this information. I once asked the overseer, and she told me she'd tell me if I do something wrong. Then I've been doing it wrong for almost entire day, and near the end, she came and shouted at me to stop breaking the equipment. And the next week, I've found out that they banned me for not following safety instructions and mistreatment of the equipment. Well, that is horseshit. Ignore everyone else. Leave no trace that you were ever there. Get some headphones. The best workout plan is the one you can stick to. There is no best exercise or best workout. Pick one that you think you'll enjoy and stick with it. For the first year/18 months, don't worry about the numbers. Focus on your form. Bicep curling 10 kg dumbbells with perfect form is much more useful than wildly swinging a 45 kg dumbbell around. Leave no trace that you were ever there. Put your plates and weights back where you found them. Clean off your equipment. Delete CCTV footage. Silence the witnesses. Good work. 47. Make sure guards on duty are sleeping or shopping on the internet. For the love of God, put weights back where you found them. If you're strong enough to lift them in the first place, you're strong enough to put them back. This is especially frustrating when it's someone putting heavy dumbbells in a light dumbbell spot. Chances are, you just screwed over the new person who isn't strong enough to lift your 75-pound dumbbells, and now they have no place to put their 10-pound dumbbells. This brings up more good advice. Stay humble as you reach your goals. Be courteous to your peers. Also fricks up the staff. Just cause I work at a gym doesn't mean I have infinite strength. Busted my back real bad one night closing putting away a 90-pound dumbbell since I have to rack everything at the end of the night. You need to go to the gym more. But I'm tired. And also I'm the center of the universe. Well, have a nap. You get fit in the gym, you lose weight in the kitchen. Well, I'm trying to gain weight. Stay out of the kitchen then. LOL, you made me morning. Thanks ye. Same idea applies. Gaining muscle requires eating certain ways too. My dude had never been more than 125 his whole adult life until he asked me to help him with nutrition. Dude sits stacked at 160 now. with an easy 80% of those gains being muscle. He's hulked out of more cute shirts. It's getting expensive. Sigh. I'm happy for him though. He never thought he could be a big guy. Turned out he wasn't eating right. Anyway, yes, gaining muscle is definitely more nutritional than one may think. Any tips? I'm in the same boat, sitting 125-130, and am looking to gain some weight this coming year. Nobody is staring at you, and nobody cares that you are fat or ugly or out of shape. Do your routine with confidence. Exactly. I'm staring at myself, worrying that I'm too fat, ugly and out of shape. I don't even notice you exist unless you do some really goofy shit. I don't know, I always feel good seeing people that are fat or out of shape. I mean, I kinda am in that category myself. If you are that at the gym, you are already taking steps in the right direction. No matter how slow you may be going, you're lapping everyone else who's sitting on the couch. Wayne Gretzky. Simple etiquette stuff. Thou shalt bring headphones. No one judges the guy who is morbidly obese as long as he's working out politely. Listen to music without headphones though. I don't care if you're Dwayne The Rock Johnson. There is a special place in hell for you. Wipe off equipment when you're done, especially if you're sweaty. It's good etiquette and people will respect you for it. Re-rack your weights before moving on to a different exercise. This tells everyone that you're done using that equipment and it's fair game now. The first gym I went to was notoriously bad about this. Since nobody did it, people would swoop in and grab equipment even if someone was 20 steps away. My current gym is way better, so you can be confident that no one will steal your equipment if you have to step away for a little while. And conversely, you won't have to worry about stealing someone else's equipment, because you'll know someone's using it. Related to 3. Don't sit on equipment you're not using. A short break is fine between sets, but if you're sitting there for 5 minutes in a crowded gym while people are waiting to use that bench, you're doing it wrong. Follow the rules. They're not often stringent, but they're there so that everyone can complete their workout in a timely, efficient, and enjoyable manner. If you have a question about form, you can ask someone else. Most people will be very friendly, but don't distract people in the middle of reps. That happens sometimes. No one will chew your head off, but it's an annoyance.